just for keeping back to a new Gravity Falls review. And if you haven't watched one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next two episodes of season one. And we start with another interesting one. And it starts with seeing the security cameras. And yeah, Wendy and Dipper is watching the security cameras and seeing Mabel, which she's been standing there, just loving the two, having a moment, and doing this dance, which then apparently this boy band is coming to Gravity Falls. And of course, yeah, Mabel is not believing Dipper saying uh about this boy band that has been, not as cool sounding for over so long ago. And yeah, Wendy even agrees. But of course, Mabel has her friends coming over too. And yeah, they're doing all these different things, getting ready. And they're like, why wouldn't they love us? Says the girl that's eating peanut butter, a jar of peanut butter. And then we see Robbie. Yeah, Robbie comes in. And yeah, yeah, he's still not pleased with Dipper. Which then, apparently, Wendy had this whole thing with Robbie, and of course is upset with him. But then, yeah, Dipper's just going into the back, and she's like, "I think we should see other people," which I could understand that. Which, yeah, of course, Dipper is excited, but then Robbie plays this music that he wrote, and apparently, him singing this song actually works, and Wendy actually decides to give him another chance, which, yeah, of course, Dipper does not like that. And then, yeah, Dipper definitely has to have some explanation, or wants some explanation of what just happened. And then, yeah, he's going to investigate this music. And then, yeah, telling Mabel about how this song just, like, hypnotized, hypnotizing music to Wendy. And, yeah, just, again, having a moment as well. And apparently, that old man is there too. Yeah, seeing the boy band. But apparently, it's sold out. I'm seeing all these posters too, which Wendy is, or not Wendy, Mabel is not going to give up. Because they're going to see this concert no matter what, even if they have to sneak in. And then, yeah, we see Stan just putting up these cans of food, and yeah, he actually listens to what Dipper has to say about how he feels like Robbie has written this song that actually is somehow hypnotizing Wendy, which apparently their Grunkle Stan has actually seen this kind of thing before. And yeah, we actually see of how he actually had this lady back in the day, and this hippie like guy ended up playing this song and got the girls' attraction to him. Which, yeah, which he actually decides to help, which that's actually kind of not as you would think from Grunkle Stan, I would say. But yeah, he decides to help with Dipper. And yeah, we see all these different girls fighting at the concert. And yeah, they're sneaking in, and they actually see of what it seems like their dressing room, the boy band. But then they find a shocking discovery. Yeah, we see cloning tubes, and they're inside of cages, a giant hamster cage as well. Which then we see their boss, their agent, which, yeah, of course, he's not all great. And, of course, they're like, don't be like this towards Mabel. And, of course, yeah, Mabel is just absolutely loving this. But then actually frees them. And, yeah, we just, this thing that Grunkle Stan was talking about on, yeah, just scaring some of the customers, trying to get their attention through the intercom. And get this old record, one of those old style record player things, but apparently it's not seeming like it's working. But then yeah, of course, Dipper is wondering what is in the bag that they bring in, and yeah, of course, they are quite suspicious, and they're hiding under the bed when they find out that their agent is coming to look for them, and of course, tells Seuss if he's seen anybody or any of them, and yeah, saying that they can stay with Mabel until the coast is clear. But of course, her friend's got a point, saying that eventually we're gonna have to let them go, so don't stay attached. And yeah, of course they're on this braid train, and yeah, we just see how very funny moments, I would just say. And yeah, I don't even know what to say about these guys though. Something else though. But yeah, they're just having fun with them. And yeah, Mabel is getting too attached to them. That's making her friend kind of, concerning. And yeah, then Dipper has made the made it into an actual record to actually play it. But then it seems like it's just a regular CD, right? Music. And yeah, Wendy and Robbie come in, and then he actually has the idea to actually play it backwards, and it actually has a message which, yeah, gets Grunkle Stan to spit out his drink. But yeah, they actually found what they need. And yeah, of course, Mabel then goes back to her friends and saying that one of them was trying to eat a tape dispenser, which yeah, one does so. And then apparently the boy band's agent actually got arrested for not having a back license plate. Yeah, I can understand that completely. But yeah, this isn't so good for Mabel because she's not ready to let go of the boy band. And yeah, even refusing to let her friends free them. And yeah, of course they're wondering what they are doing. And yeah, even getting the boy band to get her friends out of there. And yeah, of course they're wondering if they can just take a take a chill for a while. But of course she's starting to act like their old agent as well. And then yeah, they take this shortcut and get to Robbie and Wendy in a real cool way, and telling Wendy that she's got to listen to the music. And yeah, the boy band do this song that, yeah, kind of is pretty touching, I would say, that makes Wendy sad and says that, yeah, she has to let him go. And yeah, of course, at first it's not playing, but then it starts to play. And yeah, Wendy actually then sees the truth about Robbie and just slaves Robbie, and they believe that they did it. But then, yeah, Wendy is upset with Dipper as well, and she's like, "What is up with all you guys?" And yeah, she just slaves, which of course Dipper believes that he really messed up. And yeah, then Mabel goes over to her friends, which of course their friendship is all fixed, and tells the the boy band that they are free, that they can go out now. Which yeah, they sing to them goodbye, and yeah, of course, Grunkle Stan is like, women, they are such a mystery. I mean, yeah, especially my experience with women, I can say that yeah, they are a mystery that I don't know how you're able to understand them. Pretty much, like you try to talk to them and they end up leaving you. Not too long ago, like it has happened to me quite a bit. And yeah, but then we see one of the guys just get digging through the trash, and yeah, Grunkle Stan runs him off. And then we see them just dancing, and one of them is kissing a tree as well. Yeah. But then we go to the next episode, and it's another interesting one, which has this car speeding, and of course, yeah, going pretty fast, I would say. And yeah, we have these cops, and they're doing a crossword, or a fun maze puzzle. And then we see something take the roof off of the police car, yeah, something big. And yeah, we see Grunkle Stan giving a tour to some tourists, and this little boy needs to pee, but of course he can't go. And yeah, Mabel and Waddles has the place to themselves, and yeah, they have some fun time together. And yeah, they are quite interesting, I would just say, quite interesting. And again, it's just so cute though. Mabel just and her love for her pet pig, and yeah, of course, Grunkle Stan just trips over them, and yeah, Mabel doing a Dipper impression, and he's chewing on Grunkle Stan's pants leg, and is trying to get Waddles to go outside, but of course Mabel is refusing to let Waddles go outside. And yeah, we see Dipper and Seuss going to try to capture some evidence when it comes to whatever is leaving, whatever is what, like we see before, right at the beginning with that cop car that's taking the tops off of cars and stuff. And yeah, they we see all this different sticky stuff, and yeah, we see this mate that they lay out, which would do these ropes and capture some cameras. And yeah, they get all sticky, but then they see that it actually took the bait, whatever it was. And then Mabel sees this commercial while her and Waddles has matching sweaters. And yeah, we see this guy on this commercial, and he actually introduces this huggy, wovey tummy buggle. And yeah, being able to like carry babies and saying, does it work for pigs? Yes, it works for pigs. It works for pigs. And of course, Mabel, sometimes I would just say, sometimes I don't like Uncle Stan, their Grunkle Stan. And this is probably one example, at least until the very end, which he does. But yeah, she asks her Grunkle Stan to if he can watch Waddles, and well, she goes and buys the thing from the commercial for it, and yeah, of course, yeah, he doesn't like Waddles, but of course she wants him to do it because she's she's his niece, right? His niece, so of course he has to do it, and yeah, of course he's like, I'm watching you, pig, and yeah, they got the evidence that they need to, and Uncle Stan is doing some tourist, and this funny thing with the picture, this mirror, and then this corn unicorn thing, which is destroyed because Waddles eats it, and yeah, the people leave, and then Dipper is trying to do the pictures, and it seems like a pterodactyl, but then Seuss comes in and ruins the picture, but then yeah, Grunkle Stan lets Waddles outside, even though, Mabel said don't let him outside. And yeah, even gives him a dollar. And then, yeah, that pterodactyl grabs Waddles. And then we see that it left a trail of yarn. But then, of course, Mabel comes back. Yeah, Grunkle Stan is in big trouble. But of course, Mabel is worried where Waddles went, and yeah, of course, he is being suspicious, and he makes up this story, saying that he was nursing the pig, but feeding it a bottle, and the pterodactyl came in, and he ripped, being all muscular, and punching the pterodactyl, and it managed to get away with the pig, which of course Mabel believes it, of course. But of course, we all know that's a lie. And yeah, of course, Dipper is saying that we're going to go and get the pig back. And yeah, they're just having to follow the trail. And of course, they're having Seuss coming along, which yeah, Dipper isn't so sure about bringing Seuss. Just from the past where he's always messed stuff up. just from the past. And yeah, it has these matching t-shirts, which of course doesn't get Dipper to tell Seuss. And yeah, they head to this old abandoned place and find that old man again and showing of how he went down here, which yeah, they end up going down to this mine shaft and end up falling down and yeah, this cool mine shaft with all these geysers. And yeah, we see a literal skull and all these dinosaurs, other dinosaurs that have been apparently trapped, and that's how they're alive all these years. And yeah, we see one of them that has been broken free, and one of them that doesn't look like it's going to be trapped much longer. And yeah, Grunkle Stan is thinking that this would be really good for a tourist area. But then the truth comes out. Yep, Mabel then hears that Grunkle Stan let Waddles outside. And of course, yeah, she is upset with him. I mean, I can understand that. And is refusing to talk to him. And of course, Seuss ruins the trail, right? He ruins the trail, and now they don't know which way to go. And of course, yeah, Dipper is upset. And then the lantern gets destroyed. And then, yeah, he then says of what about how how Seuss is always messing things up. And then, yeah, they get in an argument. And then, yeah, the old man fixes the lantern, but then we see the dinosaur behind them, which then they get chased into this very open area. And then, yeah, Mabel finds Waddles and reunites. And then we see all these other skulls too, when this giant egg. And yeah, Waddles ends up going on top of Grunkle Stan, and yeah, they end up falling and ending up in some mud. And then yeah, it takes Grunkle Stan's hat and ends up eating the old man as well when the egg hatches. And then yeah, Grunkle Stan trying to let Waddles get eaten, and yeah, Waddles just looking at him, and he's like, "Don't try any of that." But then he ends up saving the pig and ends up going straight towards the pterodactyl. And yeah, the old man comes out, then gets eaten again, and then Seuss actually has a plan of what they could do, which tells Dipper to trust him on this. And it actually seems to work as well, because we see from the site on the baby pterodactyl, and yeah, they end up getting the safety, and they say their Grunkle Stan actually punching a pterodactyl. I mean, like he said that he did on his story, but he's literally doing it now and ends up over the edge, which is free, saved Waddles, and of course they're trying to escape, and they end up using the geysers to escape, and yeah, Grunkle Stan just, again, he did definitely redeem himself, though, I would say, for saving Waddles for Mabel. And yeah, getting this very sticky stuff on each other. And apparently, they find this pterodactyl tooth. And of course, yeah, his vest got ripped too. And they're wondering if they have to worry about those other or all those other dinosaurs. And then, yeah, the old man manages to come out as well. And yeah, we see them watching this commercial. And of course, Seuss apparently ordered what it was on the commercial. And yeah, Mabel and Waddles and Grunkle Stan is playing this game, this card game. But yeah, pretty funny episodes, I would say. I like to know what you think. Like, let's play. Consider fun.